Hey guys, this is going to be a quick review of the Mini JCW John Cooper Works edition, because what we've also driven earlier is the convertible version of the Mini Cooper, and that has the same engine and similar format. There are many similarities basically in both cars, but of course the JCW is all about performance and speed and handling. So I'm going to discuss changes related to that, but I'm also going to give you a brief walk around of what is new on the inside and outside, and not going to divulge in much details. As you can see, the headlamps now on the John Cooper Works have a black piano black finish on the side of it. There's a red strip, black grille, blacked out logo, and that is the John Cooper Works badge. What is new is these very good looking 18-inch alloy wheels with 40 profile tires, which you'll have to be really careful about, and those huge disc brakes with that huge red caliper as well. What you also get is a red mirror, a John Cooper Works badge on the side fender. Coming at the back, as you can see, the door handle is also black. Those are the tail lamps, blackened out rear element here, and so is the diffuser, and so are the poop chutes in between. John Cooper Works badge over here, blackened out fuel cap, double sunroof, red and a dual tone scheme for the roof with the grey color. It looks fantastic. On the interior it continues to be the same, but what is new here are these bucket seats. Let me also tell you that I'll give you a reminder that these have frameless doors on them, and that is the interior. Good quality. Of course, there are no electric seats, but these seats are quite comfortable. The lumbar support and adjustability is on offer with this knob here, and there is also seat base extendable for the under thighs, so that makes the seats quite comfortable for a lot of type of drivers. The steering also remains the same, but it gets a John Cooper Works sticker on the steering. Same gear lever, same interior, same infotainment system. That is the new screen instrument cluster that you get, and let me just show you what it looks like. Yeah. And as you know, since this is a 3-door, and this is how you access the seat, this is what you get in terms of space. It's best for children. And now let's jump into the driving part. So what is the John Cooper Works edition like to drive over the convertible version that we drove, over the normal version, 3-door version, and over the previous version that also we had driven 6 to 7 months ago? Well, let's start with the convertible version, because that's the one we drove recently, and what I can tell you is that there is the extra power and torque that you can feel immediately. And because that one made 190 PS and 250 Nm of torque, this makes 230 PS and 320 Nm of torque. So that's a lot of torque and horsepower addition over the normal Mini and the Mini convertible, which share the same engine. And this is mated to an 8-speed gearbox, and as we know, this tune comes from the BMW range, and what it does is make this Mini extremely powerful and extremely fun to drive. The power to weight ratio is stunning, because the way it gets off the line 0 to 100 and the acceleration is spot on. The 0 to 100 timing is 6.1 seconds claim, and we can definitely tell you that it exactly feels like that and even more. That is a lot of acceleration for a car which is so small in size, and that's what makes it so fast, is that it's light, it's small, it's got a very small footprint, and that's the reason why with all that horsepower and torque it just goes. Obviously the top speed is 250 kilometers an hour, and the acceleration is mind-blowing. The fuel efficiency also, if you drive it sanely, which you won't most of the time with the JCW, or you can get around 11 to 12 kilometers to the liter, because BMW is claiming that it delivers 15 kilometers to the liter. And the gearbox is very smooth, it shifts seamlessly, smoothly, and in most of the time, which is in the eco green mode, but put it in comfort or sport plus, it gets aggressive, and in sport it even gets even more aggressive, where you can get a neck pain, because it will keep on downshifting, upshifting at the moment's notice, and that can make things uncomfortable. So even while driving absolutely normally, I suggest you keep it in green eco mode, because it becomes the same car that you want to drive Normally, when you want to drive fast, you can use the comfort mode, which frees up the engine. The sport mode makes it even more aggressive, and that's the highlight of the JCW when it comes to the engine and gearbox. Power and torque, no shortage whatsoever. The acceleration is nice, the top speed is good. It reaches those speeds in absolutely no time. But the JCW is known for its speed and acceleration, but it's also known for pinpoint precise handling. As I remember my time with the previous JCW, this one is also a no compromise car. It corners on rails, it changes directions very quickly. The steering is fast, responsive, and quick, and it's got a good amount of feedback. It weighs up on the highway as well. It's even quite heavy at parking speeds, but it does get slightly lighter when you start driving between 20-30 kilometers an hour in the city, but it can still feel heavy than most of its peers and other luxury cars. And that's what makes the JCW a car for the enthusiast, because the steering is just a no compromise unit. Lot of feedback, lot of precision, lot of quickness. It just darts into corners. Turning is absolutely quick. The short wheelbase makes sure that, and what also makes sure that quick and fast steering is the low profile tires. The 40 profile tires on 18-inch wheels just makes it corner like it's on rail. There's no other adjective I can come across right now. But at the same time, in our conditions, with these alloy wheels and the low profile and the alloy wheels pop out a bit with their design on this particular car, you'll have to be careful. If you don't, be careful on bumps and potholes and crests, because it can scrape. The tires are subject to damage much more higher than any other aspect, and you'll have to be careful with in our conditions. But if you drive on mostly smooth roads, and you take this car out on the weekend or directly take it to the track, I think you'll have a great time with this car. Pricing, well, this car does cost 46.5 lakh rupees ex showroom. That's a lot of money, but this is almost the performance of a supercar from not so far behind in our past, and I think that's totally worth it. The interior is special, the performance, the mini handling, dynamics, engine, gearbox, everything feels top notch. There's no compromise anywhere, and that's what makes the JCW a very special car and the enthusiast car in this segment. I think that's it. That's how I would like to sum up our time with the JCW. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like it, share it, and if you still have some questions, put them in the comment section below. We'll be happy to answer it. Until then, you can follow us on everyday social media for updates, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.